questions is I wanted to know, how do you feel about, the battles now not being, all of them, like, not being released on YouTube? Like, how does that affect your career?
Well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Because one of the biggest battles.
Yeah, like okay, so basically how I feel about it is, y'all know I battle on URL, which is, all the battles I released.
Respectfully, shout out to URL.
Yeah, shout out to them. And honestly, all the biggest stars are still coming from URL, even though none of their battles may be dropping on YouTube. They're still the biggest stars. You'll still book a show and the whole crowd will know your slogan. Like the guys who've been coming up from like the app era, COVID era, stuff like that, they're still the biggest stars.
Right.
You could compare them to a YouTube drop and it's like, who was that? You know what I mean? So right. I don't feel like it's made a huge impact, because if we're talking about URL, which is the ultimate rap league, where it matters the most, that's the main stage everybody wants to make it to, where everybody's YouTube drops are dropping. They still trying to go to URL and get dropped on the app, because that's where all the stars are made. So that's how I feel about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's taken away from like just being in like a household name though? Because I do feel, me personally, I'm just gonna drop my opinion, and it's no shot towards nobody. It's battles that's not on URL, you know what I'm saying? Again, URL is the biggest league out there, but it's battles that's not on URL that don't get released on YouTube. Other people are taking that same route, trying to do apps and things of that nature. But what I'm saying is, it's just how I became internationally known is because it was free access for everybody. You get what I'm saying? So all they had to do was go on YouTube and search it. So now battles like KCJ versus Arsenal, being, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to get the same recognition that it would get if it was, on
1,000%.
YouTube.
I agree.
That's my only, you know what I'm saying, even me, 15, 16 years in my career, it's like, I've been battling on URL for years now, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, I'm noticing, though, a lot of people, a lot of my fans, they even DM me and they be like, yo, you don't be battling no more? And that's because none of them know how to act. Right. They don't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so like, bro, I battle every, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know, because they go on to YouTube, and the last thing they saw on YouTube was like Cass and Geechee and those. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, that's. And
I agree with that 100%, because like, as much success that I think that I've had over the since I kind of broke through, I don't feel like I have the same recognition as a jazz rapper or an official,
they had the YouTube
because they have those YouTube battles, and because those are million view battles and stuff like that, where I haven't had the opportunity to actually be on a YouTube channel and do that, do those type of numbers with a big name on a big stage. You know what I mean?
But for what you're doing and the recognition that you are getting without being on YouTube, like everybody else, I commend you, and you've done you know what I'm saying, you continuing to do exactly what you're supposed to do.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask both of y'all something. Being that it kind of transitioned to the app, I noticed that, because I kind of been in and out of being familiar with it. They have like the polls of who won and who actually lost. What impact do you think that does for your career, where it's a numbers thing where you could say so and so actually won the last 4 or lost the last 4?
That's annoying. That's annoying.
Yeah, I want to hear what you say.
Like, I feel like, because it's such a preference thing. You know what I mean? Like, and with, like, we just go back to the battles not dropping on YouTube. Like, everybody can't see it. Now you just got, I don't know. Like, it's annoying, because it's the stats are lying. Numbers not supposed to lie, but they lying right now. So how I feel about that? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's all perspective, for real.
It's with the voting thing. It's 2 different type of voting systems now, though. They got a voting on the app, and they have a live vote. You know what I'm saying? You got voting on the caffeine. So like, yeah, the people that's actually watching the live, they got the voters who determine then, and then 2-3 days or a week or 2 a month, whenever they drop it on the actual app, they have a whole different voter system. So it's like, and it's sometimes you win on the app, sometimes you win on both, sometimes you don't win on neither. And it's just like, but sometimes the battle could be this close and the margin of how much you lost would be like, ain't no way. You get what I'm saying? Ain't no way. And it's just like, so it's kind of funny, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like, even with not even just YouTube, like, I mean, not YouTube, like how it used to be live streamed, like the pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? Now that everybody is getting it for free, it's like, you know, it's so many people that's not even really fans of the culture that's just throwing their opinion in it. You know what I'm saying? You got people that don't even watch it, just heard about it and be like, oh, I'm going to go in there and just vote. They don't even know what's going on, but they just vote. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, so you can actually vote without actually subscribing to it?
Yeah. You can go and just watch it and just vote for whoever you want it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so in that case, when you guys get into negotiations, is that ever brought up as a focal point?
What?
Now it is.
As far as when you negotiate and you know your bag, is that ever a focal point in negotiations?
Oh yeah. I mean, see, me personally, you know me, I always be on top of all of the, you know what I'm saying? I always been on, like, if this gonna risk this part of my, if I'm doing this for and risking this, then this is gonna have to happen. So I always been like that.
So the question I thought you were asking was, you said negotiation twice, so
yeah, like,
I don't know why. But what I thought of when you said that was, is it now part of like conversation when people are talking like, yeah, they be like, oh, well, you lost in votes, and
that's what I'm asking.
Fuck is you mean?
Oh, so
you know
they
what I'm
do
saying?
actually say that.
Yeah, like in face-offs,
Wow.
they want to say, but you lost. They pull out their phone and everything. Like,
wow,
what that mean to me? Like, I got a million people saying I won that battle.
Right.